Welcome back to the mathematics class. So children, we have completed 7 chapters, isn't it? Let's move on to our next chapter. Are you all ready? Yes? Okay. So children, this is a plane, isn't it? So, what is this? It is a point on a plane. And if I put some points in a straight line, okay, and if I join it, what we get? We get a line segment. A line segment has n points. And now, if I can extend it, okay, this is called as a line. So we learned about point, a line segment and a line. So what about rays? A ray has one endpoint and it is extending as a line. So that is called as a ray. So when two line segments or line or a ray meet at a common point, it forms an angle. Okay? Now if you carefully notice, this part is called as the angle. There are two rays, OC and OB. So in this chapter we would learn about lines and angles. This is our 9th chapter. So children, if you notice, this is a textbook and this are 4 line segments which is joined together, and here there are certain angles formed, isn't it? If you take one triangle, here if you notice, there are line segments and here angles are formed. The angles can be represented like this or like this. So children, what you see here is the mind map for our video. The chapter name is Lines and Angles. Under this chapter, we will learn about special pairs of angles and about transversal. So under special pairs of angles, we would learn about complementary angles, supplementary angles, adjacent angles, linear pair, angles on a straight line, vertically opposite angles. And under transversal, we would learn about angles formed by a transversal and angles formed by a transversal with parallel lines. Let's start. So children, first let's learn about special pairs of angles. What is pairs of angles? Combination of two angles is called pairs of angles. Okay? So if you notice here, there is a vertex and two angles, isn't it? One of the angle is 30 degree and another angle is 60 degree. Angle AOB is 60 degree and angle BOC is 30 degree. So this is a complementary angle. Why is it so? The sum of two angles are equal to 90 degree. isn't it? What is 60 plus 30? It is 90. So sum is 90 degree. So these angles are complementary. Okay. Now moving on to another example, we have angle ABC equal to 80 degree and angle DEF is equal to 20 degree. Now let's check whether they are complementary. What is 80 plus 20? It is 100. It is not 90 degree. So these two angles are not complementary. Okay. So let's learn about supplementary angles now. Two angles are said to be supplementary when the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay. So here we have two angles formed. Angle AOB is equal to 120 degree and angle BOC is equal to 60 degree. Now what is the sum? Yes, it's 180. So we can conclude that both of these angles are supplementary. So we learned about complementary and supplementary angles. So if X is any angle, okay, the complement of X is equal to 90 degree minus X and the supplement of X is equal to 180 degree minus X. Children, now let's learn a problem from example number 1. The question is, the measure of an angle is equal to its complement. Find the measure of the angle. Okay. So let's take the angle as X. We have to find the value of X. So we already learned that complement of X is equal to 90 degree minus X. So what is given here? The measure of an angle is equal to its complement. The measure of an angle is equal to its complement. X is equal to 90 degree minus X. Now to find X, bring this minus X to this side. From right side we are taking to left side. So it will become plus X. X plus X is equal to 90 degree. What is X plus X? 2X. So 2X is equal to 90 degree. So here we have 2 along with X. We need only X this side. So when you take 2 to the other side, it will come as denominator. Okay. So X is equal to 90 degree by 2. So 90 by 2 is 45 degree. So the value of X is equal to 45 degree. Next, let's learn about adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? Adjacent angles have a common vertex and a common arm. Okay. Then those angles are said to be adjacent. So here we have angle AOB and angle BOC. So angle AOB and angle BOC are adjacent angles. But can we tell that angle AOC and angle BOC as adjacent? Angle AOC and angle BOC? No, because there is no common arm. Okay. I have one more example. Angle POM and angle PON. POM and angle PON. Both of these are adjacent angles. They have a common vertex and a common arm. Okay. Now, what about linear pair? Two angles are said to be as linear pair when we have a common vertex, a common arm, and other two arms lie in the opposite direction. Here we have angle QSP and angle QSR, isn't it? So both of these angles are said to be as linear pair because they have a common vertex, common arm, and one more condition, that the sum of these angles should be 180 degree. Okay, so this is all about adjacent angles and linear pair. So all the linear pairs are said to be adjacent angles, but not all adjacent angles are linear pair. And about the condition for 180 degree, it holds for only the linear pairs. Okay, so children, let's learn about angles on a straight line now. So here we have a straight line AE, isn't it? And there are so many angles found. Angle AOB, angle BOC, angle COD, angle DOE. Okay? Now take one of the arms as common. Let's take OC as common. So angle AOC and angle COE. Let's take both of these angles. Now, as this is a straight line, angle AOC and angle COE form a linear pair. That means sum of these two angles are 180 degree. Angle AOC plus angle COE is equal to 180 degree. Now what is angle AOC and angle COE? We have named it as angle 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now angle AOC is equal to 1 plus 2. Okay. Now angle COE is equal to 3 plus 4. Now all these angles are equal to 180 degree. So we can conclude that the sum of all these angles, which is on a straight line, is equal to 180 degree. So children, now let's learn a problem from example 4. Find the measures of angle AOB, angle BOC and angle COD from this figure. Here if you observe, angle AOB is given as y, angle BOC is given as y minus 29 degree and angle COD is given as y plus 7 degree. So first let's find the value of y, and then after finding it we can find all these angles. Okay, so since all these angles lie on a straight line AD, isn't it? Since it lies on a straight line, we can conclude that the sum of all these angles are equal to 180 degree. Okay, sum of angles is equal to 180 degree. So angle AOB plus angle BOC plus angle COD is equal to 180 degree. Now angle AOB is given as y, angle BOC is given as y minus 29 degree and angle COD is given as y plus 17 degree. So the sum of all these angles is equal to 180 degree. Now let's add all the y's first. That is 1, 2, 3. So the sum of y plus y is equal to 3y. Now we have minus 29 plus 17 as normal addition. Okay, minus 29 plus 17 is equal to minus 12 degree, and this is equal to 180 degree as it is. Now we need to find the value of y. So take this 12 to the other side. Since it is minus 12, when we take to other side it becomes plus 12. So 3y is equal to 180 degree plus 12 degree. So when you add 180 plus 12, we get 192. 3y is equal to 192. Now what is y? It is 192 degree by 3. So when you divide 192 by 3, we get 64 degree. So we found the value of y. It is 64 degree. Now we have to find the value of y minus 29 and y plus 17. Since we know the value of y as 64, it's easy, isn't it? So y minus 29 degree is equal to 64 minus 29, which is equal to 35 degree, and y plus 17, that is 64 plus 17 is equal to 81 degree. So we got the answers as angle AOB is equal to 64 degree, angle BOC is equal to 35 degree, and angle COD is equal to 81 degree. So to find whether the answer is correct, you add all these values, 35 plus 81 plus 64, and check whether you are getting the answer as 180 degree. Okay? So children, let's learn about vertically opposite angles. Okay? So here we have two lines intersected, isn't it? AB and CD intersects. So the pair of angles which are formed without a common arm is called as vertically opposite angles. So here angle AOC and angle BOD are vertically opposite, and angle AOD and angle COB are vertically opposite. So we can also tell that angle AOC is equal to angle BOD, and angle AOD is equal to angle COB. So this and these are vertically opposite, and angle AOC and angle BOD are also vertically opposite. Now let's prove whether they are equal. Yes? So how to do that? Here if you notice, this is a straight line, this is also a straight line, and now angle AOC plus angle DOA, both of these angles are angle sum is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because CD is a straight line. So angle DOA plus angle COA or angle AOC is equal to 180 degree. Now what else? Angle DOA and angle BOD. DOA and BOD. Since this is the straight line, we can conclude that both of this sum is equal to 180 degree. Okay? And now here if you observe, angle AOC plus angle DOA is equal to 180 degree. Angle DOA plus angle BOD is equal to 180 degree. Now the RHS of these two, let's name it as equation 1 and equation 2. Now the RHS part are equal, isn't it? 180 degree. So the LHS will automatically be equal. So we can write as angle AOC plus angle DOA is equal to angle DOA plus angle BOD. That is what written here. Now here we have plus angle DOA and angle DOA here common in both the sides. So we can cancel that. Now angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. So we have got the answer as angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. And angle AOD equal to angle COB is given in your textbook. So learn it from it. Okay. So children, here I have a question from exercise 9.1, question number 8. So here I have drawn a figure and the question is to find the value of x, y and z. One of the angle is given as 30 degree. We have to find x, y and z. Okay. Now how to find that? So we have learned the concept of linear pairs, adjacent angle, complementary, supplementary, isn't it? So what can we use here? Here, if you notice, we have a straight line here, isn't it? Let's name it as AB. AB is a straight line. Now, the sum of angles in a straight line is equal to 180 degree. So Z plus 30 is equal to 180 degree. So we can write Z plus 30 equal to 180 degree. So Z is equal to 180 minus 30. What is 180 minus 30? It is 150 degree. So we have found the value of Z. So the angle here is 150 degree. Next, let's find y. Okay. So if you observe this line CD, I have named it as CD. So angle y plus angle z is equal to 180 degree because CD is a straight line. So y plus z is equal to 180 degree. We have found the value of z. So we can find the value of y easily. What is y? Y is equal to 180 degree minus 150 degree, which is equal to 30 degree. So y is equal to 30 degree. So we have found y and z. Now how to find x? Here this CD is a straight line, isn't it? Now this angle, from this symbol we can conclude that this is 90 degree. Okay, so this part is 90 degree. And what will this part be? This whole angle. This whole angle will also be equal to 90 degree because this form a straight line and the sum of angles should be equal to 180 degree. So from this we can conclude that x plus 30 is equal to 90 degree. So x plus 30 degree is equal to 90 degree. Now it's easy to find x. What is x? X is 90 degree minus 30 degree, which is equal to 60 degree. So x is 60 degree, y is 30 degree and z is 150 degree. Got it? So children, I have a scissors here. Okay. Now if you keep the scissors like this, okay, the angles formed here and here are vertically opposite. Okay, this is just an example. So these are some activities which you can do to form different types of angles. Okay, so children, I'll show you some activities here and you have to find what type of angles are formed. Okay, so I have 3 pens here. Now here, if you observe, this is a straight line. Okay, and this line forms an angle here and here, isn't it? Now what type of angles have formed? They are adjacent angles. This is the common arm, isn't it? Now I place one more pen here. Okay, now this is a straight line and some angles have formed here. Okay, now what is this? They are having angles in which the sum of angles are equal to 180 degree. Okay, so children, let's learn about transversal. What is a transversal? A transversal is a line which intersects 2 or more lines at different points. Okay, so if you observe here, EF is the transversal of AB and CD. Okay, now let's learn about certain angles in it. Okay, so here I have mentioned as 1, 2, 3, 4 as angles and 5, 6, 7, 8 as angles. So now let's learn about the 6 type of angles formed here. Okay, the first one is interior angles. What are interior angles? If you observe here, the angles which are interior, that is 3, 4, 5, 6. All these 4 angles are called as interior angles. And next is exterior angles. Which are exterior? Which are outside. That is 1, 2, 7, 8. 1, 2, 7, 8 are the 4 angles which are exterior angles. Now what about alternate interior angles? Here, if you observe, this is the transversal, right? Now 3 and 6 form the linear pair. Okay, and here 4, 6, 3, 5, those are alternate interior angles. Aren't they alternate? Yes. 4, angle 6, angle are alternate interior angles, and next pair is angle 3 and angle 5. Now what about alternate exterior angles? Here, if you observe, angle 1 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8. These are alternate exterior angles. The next type of angle is corresponding angles. What are corresponding angles? That is a pair of angles which lie on the same side of transversal, in which one is interior and another is exterior. So those type of angles are called as corresponding angles. So here angle 1 and angle 5, angle 1 and angle 5. 5 is interior, 1 is exterior. And next angle 6 angle 2. 6 is interior and 2 is exterior. The next is angle 4 and angle 8. 4 is interior, 8 is exterior. The next is 3 and 7, where 3 is interior and 7 is exterior. So these are the pairs of corresponding angles. The last type is co-interior angles. What are co-interior angles? The angles which are formed in the same side of transversal. Angle 4 and angle 5, angle 3 and angle 6. So these are co-interior angles. Got it? So children, let's learn about angles formed by a transversal with parallel lines. By the way, do you know what are parallel lines? The lines which do not intersect. Can you give me a real life example? I'll show you one. A railway track. What is that? The tracks doesn't meet anywhere, isn't it? So the distance between two tracks are always same. So those type of lines are called as parallel lines, which do not intersect, and the distance between two lines are equal. Now we have learned about transversal, isn't it? But if the two lines are parallel and if a transversal pass through it, so what are the conditions or what are the results? Let's see that. So children, we learned about alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, corresponding angles and co-interior angles in the previous figure of transversal and the two lines. But here I have mentioned that both of these lines are parallel. If two lines are parallel and a transversal pass through it, then we can conclude that the alternate interior angles are equal. That is, angle 3 is equal to angle 5, angle 4 equal to angle 6. And next, alternate exterior angles are also equal. What are they? Angle 2 equal to angle 8, angle 1 equal to angle 7. And what about the corresponding angles? Corresponding angles such as angle 1 and angle 5 are equal, angle 2 and angle 6 are equal, angle 4 and angle 8 are equal, and angle 3 and angle 7 are equal. The last point is about co-interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary angles should be, the sum should be 180 degree. Yes, so angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree, angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. So these conditions you should keep in mind, only then you can solve problems. Okay. So children, what about the converse of this property? We have alternate angles equal, corresponding angles equal, and the sum of co-interior angles is 180 degree. So if any of these conditions are satisfied, then we can conclude that these two lines are parallel. Okay, so if any of these properties are satisfied, then we can conclude that these two lines are parallel. What was the property? If two lines are parallel, then all these conditions are satisfied, or if any of these conditions are satisfied, then we can conclude that two lines are parallel. Got it? So children, I have a question from exercise 9.2, question number 5. So here there are two lines L and M which are parallel. Okay, it is given. Now we have to find the value of x here. Since both of these lines are parallel, and what are these? They are corresponding angles. Two lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal. So this angle and this angle is equal. So we can write as 17x plus 4 degree is equal to 12 degree plus 15x. Now take the x terms together. So 17x keep as it is here, and plus 15x bring to this side. So it becomes minus 15x. And we have 12 degree here, place it as it is, and plus 4 degree take to the other side. So it becomes minus 4 degree. Now what is 17x minus 15x? It is 2x. And 12 degree minus 4 degree is 8 degree. So 2x equal to 8 degree. Now to find x, we have to take this 2 to the other side. So it comes in the denominator. So we have 8 by 2. So 8 by 2 is 4, and the value for x is 4 degree. So children, I have one more question from exercise 9.2, question number 3. So the figure is given like this. Two parallel lines AB and CD, and this is angle Q, and this is X. Okay, so what is given is AB is parallel to CD, so this is read as parallel. Okay, and EF is a transversal. EF is a transversal. Find the value of x in terms of q degree. So we have to find the value of x in terms of this q degree. So if you notice, this angle and this angle are corresponding angles and they are equal, isn't it? So now we got this angle as q degree. Now we have to find x. Since this is a straight line, the angle formed will be equal to 180 degree. So x plus q degree is equal to 180 degree. And we can write x as 180 degree minus q degree. So x in terms of q degree. Okay, so x is equal to 180 degree minus q degree. Did you understand? So children, today we learned about lines and angles, isn't it? So we learned about the special pairs of angles. Under special pairs, we learned about complementary angles, supplementary angles, adjacent angles, linear pair, angles on a straight line, and vertically opposite angles. We also learned about transversal. We learned angles formed by a transversal and angles formed by a transversal with parallel lines, isn't it? So study well, take care, bye.